All right, the recording has begun. This is, well, let me set up with more light. Good evening, everyone. The recording has begun. This is day number what? Help me out. Day,
25.
day 25. No. Day number 3. Day number 3, week 11 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. We are people on a mission. There is only a few more days before your exam. And I say days just to help you understand the urgency that you have. Obviously, you have about a few more weeks, but look at them as days because they're gonna go by very quickly, and you need to be able to prepare yourself for your exams that's coming up, or else you will not pass them. So today is actually Wednesday. Please pay full attention to everything that I'm teaching you, because it may well be the very questions that you have to encounter in your exam, and you do not want to be unprepared for them. Okay, you want to take full advantage of each opportunity you have, and don't let none of them fall to the ground. So this is all you need to know. Serious, that's the theme that we're on. And like I said, we are people on a mission, trying to complete everything before it's time. Because the last thing I want person saying is, oh, Mr. Petit didn't teach them it. Please do not put the blame on me. I want each and every one of you to do well. I want each and every one of you to do well. And I'm rooting for you to do well. You have to study. Have to study. There's no going around this. In fact, you all are really fortunate, you know. When I was preparing for my Bgcse exams, I did not have classes 4 days of the week, every week. You know, you are very fortunate. Very fortunate children. But the difference is between me and some of you all, is that I used to study. I used to study religiously. And that's how I, became to be able to know so much. I studied religiously, memorized a lot. And it was my joy to do it because I know that once I study, I definitely would pass with flying colors. So that's what you have to do. You have whatever your teachers, whatever we go over in class, make sure I study it. And if anything you do not understand, let me know. Okay, don't be shy to let me know. Okay. Okay, so let's continue on our journey. We are on order of operations. And like we started yesterday, we said that there's an acronym for order of operations. And it's very important that you remember this acronym. The acronym, anyone can remember the acronym that we said yesterday? What was it? What was the acronym for order of operations that we saw yesterday?
PEMDAS.
PEMDAS, very good. It's please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. There is a rank or an order in which we do it. You must follow this order or you will not get the question right. Friends be like, oh, well, I got an answer. That answer may not be right. You have to follow the order. The first is parentheses. So everything that is in brackets, you must do first. So parentheses is always first. If there are no parentheses, then you go to exponents. So if you're ready to do the parentheses, go to exponents. Exponents is anything that has the power to it. So 8 to the power of n, 3 to the power of 2, 4 to the power of 3, all those stuff, they are exponents. After that, you do multiplication or division. Notice that multiplication and division are equally weighted. So because they are equally weighted, that means that you must go from left to right. So don't say, oh, you always do multiplication first. That's not true. Oh, you always do division first. That's not true. You do multiplication or division from left to right as they come. Same thing with addition and subtraction. They are equally weighted, so you must do them from left to right as they come. Okay? But you always do multiplication or division before addition and subtraction. Okay? And you always do exponents before you do multiplication or division. You always do with parentheses before you add or subtract. So let's do these questions. They are the easy versions of PEMDAS, if you ask me. We do not have tough ones tonight for Pamela. So let's do it. So the way we do this is 4 plus 5 times 2. What is the first thing that we're going to do? We have 4 plus
5 times 2 first.
5 times 2 minus. We did this one? No, we didn't do this one. All right, so first thing we do is what? We're going to do what?
Multiply
Yes,
5 times 2.
Multiply 5 times 2. Please write this down. Again, please write this down. Multiply 5 times 2, which is going to be what? 10.
10.
And we bring down the 4 plus or minus 8. What are we going to do first? Add or subtract?
Add.
Add. Because it comes first from left to right. What is 4 plus 10?
14.
14 minus 8. What is 14 minus 8? That's going to be what?
6.
What is 14 minus 8?
6.
6. Very good. So the answer is 6. Any questions? Okay, so let's move on. All right, so next question is calculate the value of 400. Please write this down. Write the first one down. We're moving on to the second one now, though. This one says calculate the value of 400 plus 450 divided by 2. So how are we going to do this? Which one are we going to do? What are we going to do first?
400 divided by 150.
What?
Can we do 150 divided by 2?
Yes. 150 divided by 2. We divide first, Frank. We don't add. So we bring down the 400. We don't touch the 400, just bring it down. Then we do 150 divided by 2. What is 150 divided by 2?
75.
75. Okay, let's do 2 into 150. How much times 2 goes into 15?
7.
7 times. 2 times 7 is
14.
10. Good.
14.
Minus 14 is 1, 0. How much times 2 goes into 10?
5.
5.
So it's going to be 2 times 5, which is 10. 0 minus 0. Please make sure mute your mic if you're not speaking. Gaston, got on. It's going to be 75. And what is 400 plus 75?
475.
475. Please write this down. This is a part of your notes. Again, write this down. I'll be requesting your notes to be sent, and I want all of this to be included in it. Again, write this down. This is a part of your notes. If you are not able to keep up, take a screenshot of it and then write it at your own pace. But I want them to be sent in before 8 o'clock tonight. We have to do the second one, which is the 2017 one. So this one.
But the picture can't go back up in.
Okay, let me go back up. Again, please take a screenshot of this. All right, moving right along. So the next one says we want to add. So we have 19,224 plus 27.
Sorry, Mr. T, I didn't get it. You could go up just a little bit more, please.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. 19,224 plus 27 plus 584. So you want to add all of these together. So the way we add them is we go 19,224 plus 27 plus 584. So you add them. All right. Okay, 7 plus 4 is what?
11.
11. Very good. 11 plus 4 is
15.
15. Put the 5 down, put the 1 up. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. 9 plus 0 and 0 is still 9. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So the answer is what?
835.
19,835. All right. Any questions on that? No. Please take a screenshot of it and write it down for me, please. Write it down. Again, write it down. All right, so let's move on. Now this one is for this one you have to pay close attention. Pay close attention to this one. This one says 5 to the third power, or we say 5
Sorry,
cubed.
Mr. Petit, what year is this?
This one would be 2016. So
Okay, thank you.
no problem. This one says 5 cubed minus the square root of 100. So this one is a very interesting question because I have two things going on. It have a number rate.
Mr. Bitsy, you go back to the last one y'all did. I'm sorry.
Okay, the very, very first one or just these two?
Just that one. Thank you.
Okay. So this one says 5 cubed minus the square root of 100. Now, 5 cubed, what do we mean by 5 cubed? And that's a very important thing to know, right? What do we mean by
5 3
5
times.
to the third
5
power.
to the third
So
power.
5 times
5 times 5 times 5.
5. Yeah.
right? That means 5 times what? Times 5
5 times 5.
times 5. Very good. Now, what is 5 times 5?
25.
25.
Are we done yet?
No, sir.
No, we still have to multiply this 5. And what is 25 times 5? It's gonna be
125.
125. Yeah, that's 125. So the 5 cubed is equal to 125. That's very important. Okay, now that has been established. We know that 5 cubed is 125. What is the square root of 100? So the square root of 100 is basically saying what times itself They give you 100.
50.
50? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. What times itself?
10.
100.
10.
10.
And very good. So 10 times 10 equals what?
100.
100.
Equals 100. Therefore, now therefore, the symbol for therefore is these three dots. Therefore, the square root of 100 is 10. Okay, so it's very important for you to know how to calculate cube numbers and how to deal with square root of numbers. So the square root of numbers asking you what times itself, it's going to give you the number inside. So now we know that 5 cubed is what? What is 5 cubed?
125.
125.
Minus what's the square root of 100? It's going to be 10. And what is 125 minus 10?
115.
1, what?
115.
115. Very good. So the answer is 115. Look at that. Whole 3 points for doing what? Nothing. Just knowing your stuff, knowing your material. Okay. So once you know your material, you will come in this exam and you will just do so phenomenally well. But if you don't know, then you don't know. Okay, but if you do know, take full advantage of it. Okay, that's what these classes are here for, to explain things and to break it down. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So now we have this one saying 6 squared plus 3 times 7 minus 2. So what's the first thing we're gonna do for this one?
You can calculate the
We
bracket.
have to break down the 6 squared.
No, that's not the first thing.
You can handle the brackets.
Bracket.
Always do the parentheses.
Oh.
Always do the parentheses first. So 7 minus 2. It's gonna be equal to
5.
squared plus 3, open bracket. What is 7 minus 2?
5.
5.
Very good. And then what's the next thing that we do? We're gonna do what?
6 times 6.
The exponents.
6 squared, the exponent. What is 6 squared?
6 times 6.
Very good. So 6 squared is gonna be equal to 6 times 6. What is 6 times 6?
That's
36.
36, right?
36, definitely. Good. So this is gonna be equal to 36 plus. You see that these two are in brackets. That means that you have to multiply them. So it's 3 times 5. How do we get the multiplication sign? Well, when you see two numbers adjacent to each other, close to each other like this with the brackets, that means you have to multiply them. So 3 times 5 is what?
15.
15. So we have 36 plus 15. What is 36 plus 15?
51.
51, that's correct. We're gonna add it. 36 plus 15. 6 plus 5 is 13. No, 11, my bad. 11. 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So it's 51 indeed. So the answer is definitely 51. All right, any questions on how we got 51?
No, sir.
Okay, once again, we do the brackets. 7 minus 2 is going to be 5. All right. Then we do 6 squared. 6 squared is 6 times 6, which is 36. We have 36 plus 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is definitely 15. Then we do 36 plus 15, which is going to be 51. All right, moving right along, let's do this one. This one says 27 plus 3 times 4 minus 8. Okay. What's the first thing we're gonna do?
Multiplication.
Multiplication, very good. So what are we gonna multiply?
3
times
times
four.
4, which is 12.
3 times 4 is
12
12, very good. And plus
27
27
minus 8.
minus 8. Equal to 27 plus 12 is what?
30.
39.
That's Adam. Let's see. Seven plus 2 is 9, and 2 plus 1 is 3. It's gonna be 39. And 39 minus 8 is what?
31.
31. All right. Now, do you see how this thing is organized? Equal signs. So a lot of people like to forget the equal sign. Equal signs. Next thing, we have one after the other after the other. Very neat and orderly. That's how I want to see your own. Okay, very neat. All right. Any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so look at this other one. Calculate the value of, yes, Alejandro.
What year is that question?
One is 2011.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 7. This one says 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4 times 6 minus 2 all squared. Okay, so for this one, let's do it. Let's do it. This is gonna be let me put it on the side. So 7 plus 4 times open bracket 6 minus 2 all squared is going to be equal to what's the first thing that we do here? The first thing.
The
The
parentheses.
brackets.
Very good. Parentheses. We have 7 plus 4. We bring all them down, multiplied by open bracket. 6 minus 2 is
4.
4.
4. Very good. And we're going to raise the 4 to the power of what?
2.
Of 2. What is 4 squared?
8.
4 times 4.
Someone said 8. Oh, 4 squared. Aaron,
I mean, just
What?
then.
My bad.
4 squared is what? 4 times 4. What is 4 times 4?
Just then.
16.
1 6. All right. Read 1 6. It's going to be 7 plus 4 times 4 squared is 64. My apologies. I going ahead of me.
I was
I'm confused.
where you get that 64 from? I thought it
Yeah.
was 16.
Getting ahead of myself. Get ahead. It's 16. Good. I was just testing y'all. Making sure y'all alert. What is 4 times 16?
64.
Yeah, that's 64. For those who do not believe me, 16 multiplied by 4 is basically 4 cubed. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So it's 64, undoubtedly. Now, what is 64 plus 7?
71.
71. Four plus 7 plus 4 is
11.
7 plus 4 is what?
11.
11.
6 plus 1 is what?
7.
7.
Hey, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One quick question: Is head mass and body mass the same thing?
Yes, they are. They are.
Okay.
They are. You said pit mass or board mass? Is that-
Pem dash and board mass. I think I pronounced it right.
Yeah, they're the same thing. Look, let me show you. If you look right, so for example, let's go on Mr. Google. Let me just type in board mass. For some persons, their school teach them board mass. It's the same thing. The rules are the same thing. So board mass says you do your parentheses, then you do your orders, and you do your multiplication, division, and do the addition and subtraction. They're the same thing because look, they're saying the exact same thing. Parentheses or brackets, order or exponents, division and multiplication, addition and subtraction. So they're the same thing. So just for the record, PEMDAS and board mass are the same thing.
So what would board
Say it again.
What would bod miss be?
What?
What would bod miss be?
Oh, BODMIS is brackets, order, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction.
I mean, like the phrase, for instance, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Have the one phrase. What would bod miss be?
What do you mean, like phrase?
Like please, my and Sally,
Oh, yeah.
bod miss of.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know the acronym for that. I don't know. They probably have something. Okay.
Because like I was saying, because in school I learned I learned board math because inside the classes the first time I hear about the PEMDAS thing.
For sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I learned PEMDAS. So pretty more familiar with that. It just sounds better to me. That's just opinion at this point. 2010, let's do this one. This one says 5 multiplied by 4 plus 6 divided by 2. Megan, are you here? Is Megan here? All right, so for this one, so the first thing we're gonna do, this is a good question.
Multiply.
Multiply.
Why
Because
not
it's starting
divide?
from the left. Because
Very
it's
good.
starting from the left.
Very good. You're starting from the left. Megan, are you trying to enter class?
Yeah, so I was.
Okay, try again. Why are you coming so late though? It's 6:39.
No, I had some computer problems and then I was looking for my laptop charger for a long time. I couldn't find it. So I was like, I just been trying on my phone.
Okay. But when it's like that, please message me if you come in late. Do not just come late. The 6:40, that's 40 minutes. You missed a lot. You understand that?
Fine.
Log back in. Try to log back in.
All right.
Okay, so for the first thing we do, we multiply, right? What
Yes,
is
sir.
5 times 4? It's gonna be what?
20.
20.
20.
20 plus
6 divided by 2.
divided by 2. What is 6 divided by 2? I mean, yeah, what is 6 divided by 2? Because we
3.
have to
3.
divide first, right? 6 divided by 2 is 3.
3.
And then what is 20 plus 3?
23.
23.
Good. Moving right along. Moving right along. Do I have another 2 out of 2010? Oh, yes, I do. This one is pretty easy.
Can you scroll back up so I can screenshot the place?
No problem. Let me do that. All right, let's move right along.
You could move it. I mean, I one screenshot it. I had it long time.
All right, so now we have this last one. We have 9,310 plus 2. And so what would this be? Everything is addition, so just do straight addition. 9,000 plus
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, this is under 2010 still?
Yeah, from 2010. So
Okay.
10 as well as 2. We do 0 plus 0 plus 0
So we did only listen to you since it's the last one.
is 2. Rashawn, how much times I gotta tell you to allow me to be the teacher? Don't run ahead of me, please. Where is Chardonnay? It's not there. Chardonnay, are you here? Chardonnay, no, I have no Chardonnay. Okay, then we have 0 plus 0 plus 1 is
1,
1,
0 plus 3 is
3,
3. 9 plus 0 is
9,
9.
so the answer is 9,312. Okay, I want you to send. That was the last one for order of operations. So we're done with that. Please send in all of the work
You
for
could
order.
go up to the last one, please.
Sure. This is the last one. You mean the one before this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please send in all of the order of operations work. Again, please send in please send in all of the order of operations work.
Citizens, Petit, you can go back down, please.
Sure.
Morning, good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Mikhail, why are you late?
Pardon me?
Why are you late to class? It's 6:40. It's 6:43. You just come
Yeah,
in.
that's not my fault. My dad dropped me here late.
Okay. And why haven't you been coming to class for the last 2 days?
Cause yesterday I came home around 9. I don't even know if he knew that I had classes or whatever. He just dropped me here late.
Wow, Jesus.
Excuse me, Mr. D.
Yes, Karen.
Can you scroll up, please?
All right, no problem. All right, how far up?
Mr. Petit, my book is finished, so I'm writing a full sheet.
Your book finished already?
Yes.
Wow. How far up, Karen?
I was meant to get the first part, so
First part?
yeah,
Okay.
so
So we started off with, yeah, this. Take a picture of it, please. I don't know if you have it.
I got it.
Wait, one moment. I have to wait on Michael too. Where's Michael? Michael Miller? Wait, let me wait till he fully join. Michael, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Why are you late to class?
Because I wasn't home.
Okay. And you haven't been coming to class and for the last 2 days.
No, I been in class Monday, but like in the middle of the side class, my Wi-Fi lost the kick. Tuesday, I couldn't make it to class. But Monday, I think I still have some of the notes. I think I have all, but I just see inside the chat that you send me the notes for Monday and Tuesday, so I can write them down.
Good. So focus on that. Write that down. Write them down for me, please.
Okay.
And then I'll send you the recording for today.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Oh, sorry, Karen. This one as well.
I got it.
Okay. And this one.
I
And then this one. And then this one.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, so that's all of operations. We finished that. That's very good. Let's look at, we finished total bill. We did
Go
total
back
bill.
up, please.
Go back up again, this. You haven't got this. Some people still haven't sent me their work. Kevin Eek. That's Kevin Eek. Kevin Eek, are you there? I can't have Kevin Eek. But some people still haven't sent me their work. Please, if you're one of them, make sure that you send in your work. Kevin Eek, I still don't have your work. And that's deplorable because you told me that you was gonna send it from a long time, and I still don't have it. So you have to fix that. Please send in your work and do it on time. Kevin, do you understand that? Because I'm not hearing from you. Okay, so yeah, I know you told me that from a long time. I need it sent, please. All right, so we did total bill. That was good. We did that. We did total bill? Yes, complete receipts. We did that. Complete receipt. Now I don't even know if I want to do this one. Fractions. Oh boy.
Oh, Mr. B, nah, we can't go that last or something. That killed me.
Yeah, this one. Listen, this one can take us all, but this one might probably take us all class because this is long. Fractions is very long, but it's a lot of fractions questions, like a whole lot of fractions.
Specificity, don't ruin my night. Skip the
Don't
fractions.
skip the fractions. We have to do it, so let's tackle it. Some of them are very easy, honestly, or some of them are difficult. So let's look at this one. This one is easy. This one says write 0.007 as a fraction. So the first thing we do is, let's write the decimal first. In order to convert it to fraction form, we look at how much zeros is in the back. Sorry, how much digits is in the back of the decimal. Is to the right of the decimal. There are 1, 2, 3 zeros. So that means that we're gonna put 1, 2, 3 zeros in our number, and it's gonna be 1,000. So the denominator is gonna be 1,000 because there's 1, 2, 3 zeros, and it's gonna be 7 over 1,000. So that's very simple. The answer is 7 over 1,000. Now, if it was 0.009, what would your answer be?
9 over
1,000.
Very good, 9 over 1,000. If it was 0.005, what would it be?
5 over
5 over
1,000.
1,000.
Very good. But what if it was 0.08? I mean, not 8, 0.09. What would it be?
Would it be 9 over 10?
9 over 10. 9 over 10.
10.
9 over 100. Because I said 0.08. So it's 2 digits behind a decimal point. So it's gonna be 9 over 100. So that's how you do that one. So not hard, but that's simple. Okay, so this one, oh boy. For this one, we want to arrange the following in descending order.
Excuse me,
Okay.
Mr.
Yes.
Can you go back up, please?
No problem. Let me go back up.
Thank you.
Sure. So we want to arrange this in descending order. These fractions in descending order. So the thing about this, right? I'm gonna have to do this on my PowerPoint slide because I'm gonna need a lot more space than I currently have. So
Mr. Petit, can you make sure everybody knows what descending means? Because some people still don't know.
I'll explain that in the explanation. Thank you for reminding me. So descending. So
So, but they get a picture, a screenshot of that thing of order. Thing you just passes.
this one, show this.
No, the next one. What you gonna do on the screen just now? First on the screen.
That's how you're gonna do now. I haven't started that yet. That's how you're gonna do right now. This.
Oh, the order. Would you just click off
this?
Now? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so move right along. So we have to arrange these in descending order. The first thing we're gonna do is we have to find the lowest common multiple. I mean, the lowest common denominator. Because notice, right? The problem with this is that we can't arrange them in descending order because the denominators are different. The only way we could actually arrange them in descending order is if the denominators are all the same. Okay. Now, descending order basically means you start with the highest one that's the biggest, and you're going to end with the one that's the lowest. Okay. So,
Excuse me, Mr. D.
yes.
Which year is this?
So good question. That would definitely be. What year is this?
It's 2020, Mr.
Where's that? I can't remember where I put the paper. That's not good at all. That's, oh, this will be this way. 2020.
Did you have more than our class?
2020, yeah, for sure. 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we have to find the lowest common denominator. Between, of 6, 8, of 6, 8, 12, and 3. And so that means that we have to list the multiples of these things. So let's begin with 8. So multiples of 8 are gonna be what? It's gonna be 8, 16, 24 times 5. Times 4, 32 times 5, 40 times 6, 48, and so on. Then we have 6, right? What's common? The multiples of 6 are going to be what? 6. Help me out.
12,
18,
24,
24,
30,
30,
36.
36, and continue, right? The list goes on and on and on. And 12, multiples of 12 are going to be what?
12,
12,
24, 36,
36. What else about 3? 36,
48,
48 times 5,
60,
and the list goes on, right? And finally, well, 18, 21, 24. 27. And so the question is, what is the lowest common multiple?
24.
24, that's correct. The lowest common multiple is 24. 24 is here. 24 is here. 24 is also here. It's in all of them, okay? So that means that the lowest common multiple, the lowest common denominator is the lowest common D. I see. This is so funny. The lowest common, my bad. The lowest common multiple of the denominators. That's actually. So the lowest common multiple of the denominators is 24. Good. So 24 is the lowest common denominator of all of them. So basically, we're gonna take each of these fractions and make it such that their denominator is 24. That's what we're about to do. So we have 4 over 8. We have 5 over 6. We have 7 over 12. We have 2 over 3. Okay. And so basically the idea is to make each of their denominators 24. And again, whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So the question is, how am I going to, what times 8 gives me 24?
3.
So 8 times 3 is going to be 24. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So what is 4 times 3?
12.
12, good. And for this one, what times 6 gives me 24?
4.
4, very good. 4 times 6 equals to 24. And this above is going to be 24. What is 5 times 4? That's going to be what?
20.
20, 0. Good. What times 12 gives me 24?
2.
2. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So that means that 7 times what?
2 is 14.
7 times 2 is 14. Good. Then we have, what times 3 gives me 24?
8.
8. So 3 times 8 is what? 24. And 2 times 8 is what?
16.
Okay, good. Now that all of them have the same denominators, now we can rank them. Okay. So this is 12 over 24, 20 over 24, 14 over 24, 16 over 24. Now we can properly rank them. So we must begin with the one that is the highest. Which one is the biggest?
20 over
20 over 24.
5 over 6.
Very good. So this one is the first one. One comes first. It's the largest. Good. Which one is the second?
2 over 3.
Very good. 2 over 3, second. Which one is the third?
7/12.
7/12.
Which is 14/24. Which one is the fourth?
4/8.
4/8.
So, Mr. Petit, if this comes an exam, we have to show the working like that, like how you did?
Yeah, just like how I did.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so the answer is going to be so we have 5/6, comma 2/3, comma 7/12, and 4/8. Okay, good. Any questions on this? Please let me know if you have any questions.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Moving right along. That's not one. Okay, so
Hold on, let me screenshot.
okay. Do you have it?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. Okay, so we already arranged these in descending order, with the highest one being first and the smallest one being last.
Mr. But you go back, please.
Sure, I can.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, this one says find the sum of 3/4 and 5/7. Express your answer as a mixed fraction. I want to do this on the board as well. By the way, this one is for 4 marks. This one's for 3 marks. One thing with fractions, they usually come big. So 3 marks, 3 marks. Those are big marks. You don't wanna mess those up. Okay. So find the sum of 3/4 and 5/7. The thing is that these two are not these two, they don't have the same they're not the same denominator. Okay, so our first work is to find the what? The lowest common what?
Multiple
Very
of
good.
4 and 7.
So we have to find the lowest common multiple. Find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7. That's the first. It's our first job. Because we're trying to make the denominators the same. So we have to find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7. What are the multiples of 4? 4, what? 16, 12, not 16, 4, 8, my bad. 12,
It's okay.
10,
That's 16, 20,
20,
24,
24,
28,
28.
30. Mr. Petit, what's the question I want to ask? So do you just do the whole 4 times tables, like up to 12?
No, no, no. Go
So when
Wait, so
what
you
number you
So,
stop
Mr.
at?
Petit, Mr.
Uh-huh.
Petit, you usually stop when you notice the numbers show up together. That's when you
Uh,
stop.
I mean, me personally, I think I have a gut feeling that it's 28. So I'll stop at my gut feeling.
Stop at my gut feeling.
Yeah, that's how it works. But I wouldn't go all the way up to 12. I mean, not on the first try. So 8 or 9, stop at 8 or 9, but not all the way to 12. That's too long. Usually it's before that. Usually you encounter them the lowest common multiple before that. So 7 is what? 7,
7, 14, 21, 28,
14.
35, 42,
Okay.
49.
All right, Jennifer. All right. 21, 28. What else? We could do
35, 42,
35.
49.
Okay, good. So what's the lowest common multiple here?
28.
28.
So lowest common multiple of those two is 20. What? Those two numbers is 28. Of 4. Good. All right, now that we have that, let us add. So what we need to do is we need to take 3/4. I'm going to say sum, right? Sum. That means we have to add it. Plus 5/7. Now these are stuff that you do in grade like 7, in grade 6. Preparing for that. Even grade 4. Grade 4, you should see these stuff. And grade 3 too. So we are trying to make the denominator 28. So what times 4 gives me 28? What times 4 gives me 28?
7.
7.
Very good. So 4 times 7 is going to give me, it's going to be equal to, don't forget your equal sign. 4 times 7 is going to be equal to
28.
8 at the bottom. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the
Top.
top. What is 3 times 7? It's going to be
21.
21. Plus. What times 7 gives me
4.
8. Very good. 7 times 4 is 28. And what times 5 gives me 20?
20.
I mean, whatever we do to the bottom, we must do the top. So 5 times 4 is going to be what?
20.
20. Good. So we must add. It's going to be equal to 20 plus 21 is what?
41.
41.
Over what?
28.
Remember, we keep the denominator. We do not change the denominator. But they say they want to answer in as a what?
Mixed fraction.
Mixed fraction. So we have to do
Divide.
divide. Very good. So we have to do 28 into 41. I'm saying 28 goes into 41. I think only once. 28 times 1 is what? 28. And we cancel out. This becomes 11. This is what? 3. 11 minus 8 is 8, 9, 10, 11. 3. 3 minus 2 is what? 1.
1.
So this number 1 becomes what? The whole number. Number 13 becomes what?
The numerator.
Numerator. And number 28 becomes what?
The denominator.
Denominator. All right, so the answer is it's gonna be what? 1.
1 and 13 over 28.
Very good. 1 and 13. 13 from the bottom, from the remainder. 13 over 28. All right, any question or not?
So, Mr. Batik, how you do? It's like, I don't really understand.
Which part you don't you understand?
The whole thing.
Whole thing? Okay. Okay, so follow me. So for this one, we have the first thing you have to do, you have to find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7. Okay. So in order to find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7, we have to list the multiples of 4. So the multiples of 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and 32. And the multiples of 7 is 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. And then we find the lowest common multiple, which is 28. So the lowest common multiple of these two is 20. You understand how we got the lowest common multiple?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now that we have the lowest common multiple, we have to make the denominators the same, which is going to be 28. Okay. So we say, what times 4 gives me 28? Michaela, what times 4 gives you 28?
7.
7. Very good. 4 times 7 is 28. And whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So what is 3 times 7?
21.
21. Very good. 3 times 7 is 21. Then we go to this side. What times 7 gives me 28?
4. 5 times 4.
Very good. 7 times 4 is 28. And whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So 5 times 4 is 20. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand how we got 21 and 20, right? Michaela?
Yes, sir.
Good. 21 plus 20 is what?
41.
41, very good. And so we get 41 over 28 because we do not change the denominator. It stays the same. Now, after we get it like this, we have to change it into a mixed number, and we do that by dividing. So once we divide 28 into 41, we get 1, remainder 13. So the 1 becomes the whole number. That becomes this. The 13 is the numerator, and the denominator is 28. Does that make sense?
You could do that one more time, please.
You mean for this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much times 28 goes into 41? Only one time. Okay, so 28 times 1 is what?
28.
28, very good. And 41 minus 28 is what?
13.
13, very good. And so the 13 becomes the numerator. The 28 here becomes the denominator. And the whole number 1 right here is the whole number. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. One thing but fractions. Fractions is it's a lot. So I don't know, it's take long. Okay, so move on to another one. So this one is a fraction word problem. So let's tackle it. And notice how much
Which year?
this is 2019, recently,
Okay, thank you.
right? Okay, so notice that this comes with 6 strong points, like 6, 7, 8 points just from fractions. So you have to be able to do them properly. You have to know how to do them for real. Okay, there's no getting around, knowing how to manipulate fractions. And you can see them as you go, as your maths become stronger and you mature mathematically, you will continue to see fractions questions. So your best bet is to become familiar with it. You can't run around it. Not if you're gonna do math long term. Okay, so good. So let's do this. I'm gonna do it on this screen because we need all the space that we possibly can get. So the question says Farmer Henry harvested he harvested 12 and 2/3 pounds of potatoes, and 8 and 1/4 pound of carrots last week. How many vegetables did he harvest altogether? So what are we gonna do with these two mixed numbers? We're gonna do what?
Add them.
Gonna add them. Very good. So you have to add. So basically just added mixed numbers. Okay. I like these questions. These questions are really giving us an exposure to some good stuff. So we have 12 and 2/3 plus what, 8 and 1/4. Good. What's the first thing we're gonna do? We're gonna change the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we multiply and we add. 12 times 3 is what?
36.
36. 36 plus 2.
38.
Very good. So it's 38/3. So we basically change this mixed number into an improper fraction. Again, we multiply 12 times 3, that gives us 36. Then 36 plus 2 is 38. We have 38/3. Then we have to change this other mixed number into an improper fraction. How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do that?
8 times 4 is 32. Plus 1 is 33. And you keep the denominator 4.
Very good. Thank you, Lanaya. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 1 is 33. 33 over 4. Good. Now, after we have converted the mixed numbers into improper fractions, we have to make our denominators the same. Okay. Now, what is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4?
12.
Well, what times 3 gives us 12?
4.
Very good. 3 times 4 is going to give us 12. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. 38 multiplied by 4 is going to be 1. $38 multiplied by 4 is what? 4 times 8 is what? That'll be 32. 4 times 3 is what? 12.
12 plus
13,
3 is
15, right?
15.
So the side is 152. We have to keep it. Danielle, are you there? Where's Danielle?
Yes, sir.
Why are you
Yes,
coming?
I had the excuse today.
Say it again.
I had I was out for a while.
So for a while, so you just coming home?
So
Does your mother know that you just come in the class?
yes, sir. She does.
You keep on coming to class late, and it's not good because this is the week that you cannot miss. You're missing a lot of stuff.
Yes, sir.
A whole lot. And you are not sending your work. You're not catching up on the work that you miss.
Yes, sir.
So I sent you the notes from yesterday and today. Not today,
Yes,
yeah,
sir. I wrote them now. I just didn't send them yet.
well, you need to send them.
Yes, sir.
So send them for me, please. And then I'll send you today's notes and also the recording. You need this information because I want you to do well in your exam. And
Yes,
if you
sir.
keep on tiptoeing, come late, come this time, it's not gonna happen. Okay. All right. How much times? How much times? Sorry, what times 4 gives me 12?
3.
3. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the
Top.
top. Very good. So we have 33 multiplied by what?
3.
By 3. 3 times 3 is?
9.
9.
3 times 3 is?
9.
So it's 99. What is 152 plus 99? Again, what is 152 plus 99? 9 plus 2 is 11. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15.
Carry the 1 is 2.
251. So it's going to be 251 over 12. Are we done?
No, sir.
No, what do we have to do?
Divide.
Yes, we have to change it into a mixed number. So we say how much times 12 goes into how much times 12 goes into 251. 12 goes into 25. How much times?
Twice.
2 times.
Right. 12 times 2 is
24.
24. 24 minus, sorry, 25 minus 24 is
1. Bring
1.
down the 1.
Bring down the 1. And we are left with
11.
11. So what is our mixed number going to be?
2 and
12,
11
2
over 12.
over
and
11.
12 over 11.
What? Y'all sound like people. What is it? What is it going to be?
2
2 is the whole
12,
number.
12 over 11.
2 is the whole number.
Huh?
And 11.
11 is the numerator.
Mm-hmm.
And 12 is the denominator.
Very good. 2 and 11 over 12. Any questions on that?
Mr. Petit, how I get a 2 over 11?
Mr. Petit,
Yes, sir.
so it says 12 and you wanna put like a 0.
0. No, because
It make us a calculator. If you do it with the calculator,
he's right.
the calculator give you 20.991.
Yeah, 20. I would put a 0. That's true. You have to do it one more time. 12 into 0 is 0. That's correct. Now the remainder is 11. So it's 20 and 11 over 2. Thank you, Daniel.
Miss Boutique, why did you put a 0?
Because we wasn't finished dividing, remember? All we did was we bring down. We had to because what times 11, what times 12 give you 11? There's nothing, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so 12 times 0 is 0. Then you subtract, then your remainder will be 11. Then you're done. So it's 20 and 11 over 12. Which makes sense. All right. Any questions on this? No.
How you get that the where do I go? The 252 251 over 12.
Okay. You understand that this 251 over 12, this is division. That's what this is saying. You understand that?
Okay. So that's the 21.
Say it again.
So the same thing as how 20 over 11 over 12. Both of them as division.
So this is saying 251 divided by 12. So we put the 251 there. We put the 12 on the outside. And then we divide. Okay? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I think she was trying to figure out how she get 251. 152 plus 99 is going to give you 251.
Yeah. I hope that helps. So the answer is 20 and 11 over 12. The following week he harvested 23 pounds of vegetables. How many more pounds of vegetables did he harvest the second week? So what must we do for this one?
Subtract.
Subtract, very good. We know that he got 23 pounds the following week. The previous week, he only got 20 and 11 over 12 pounds. So we have to subtract.
Mr. Petit, you could put it back, hold, so you write it down.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, definitely. So we have to subtract. We have to subtract our answer from the previous question is 23. This is a very good question they gave back this year. Very good question. That's a word problem. It's fractions. It really tests. It really separates the sheep from the goat, honestly. So you have 23 minus 20 and 11 over 12. How are you gonna do this? There's different ways we could do this. There's different ways we could do this. I can show you a quick way. I don't know if you can catch it, but if you can catch it, good. If you don't worry about it. But there's a quick way to do this. The way that is very quick is going to be this way. What is 23? 23 is nothing else but what? 20. I'm going to do this very fast. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. If you get it, then fine. But 23 is simply 22 and 12 over 12. You know, if you really want to be, adamant. And this is 11 over 12. And we know that 22 minus 20 is going to be what?
2.
And 12 minus 11 is going to be what? 1.
1.
Answer is 1 and 11 over 12. So 2 and 1 over 12, that's the answer. This is the quick way. But if you don't understand this way, then don't worry about it. We could do it the regular way.
Mr. Petit, I still write that down. So just write down the other way you're gonna give now.
Yeah, that was just, something to think about. So 23 is a whole number. If you're gonna change that into a fraction, it's gonna be 23 over 1 minus, well, we know we can change it into a mixing. We can change it into a proper fraction. It's gonna be what? 20 times 12 is what? That's 240. 240 plus 11 is what? 251?
251.
251 divided by 12. Okay. And it's going to be equal to, well, we have to find the lowest common multiple between 1 and 12. What's that going to be?
12?
12, yeah. What times 1 gives 12?
12.
12. What times, whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. It's also going to be 12. This is going to be what? What times 12 gives us 12?
1.
1.
What time? Well, whatever we do to the bottom, we must do the top, right? So that's going to be minus 251. And 23 times 12 is what?
276.
76. That's gonna be equal to, what is 276 minus 251?
$25.
25.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 6 minus 1 is 5. 7 minus 5
Two.
is 2. So it's gonna be 25 over 2. I mean 12.
Over 12.
And now in order to change it into a mixed number, we are going to do what? We're going to do 12 into 25. I'm saying 12 goes into 25 twice.
Twice.
Be 24 minus 5 minus 4 is 1.
1.
So the whole number is 2. The numerator is 1. And here is 12.
Miss Petit, you sure you finished? Because last time you said I wasn't finished. And that's like the same thing.
No, this is
So that's
finished. We know it's
okay.
finished because the reason why we know it's finished as opposed to last time is because we didn't bring down this one. This one was as a result of subtraction. Okay. And there's no way possible that we can get 20, right? 20 and 1 over 12. That's impossible. You subtract in 23 and 20. You can't get 20 again. Any questions on this? We got 2 and 1 over 12. The same answer we got using the other way as well. This way is a long way, but it always works. That's what I like about it. It's a long way, but it always works. All right, moving right along. I'm glad we got over those 2 questions. So the answer what I want is 2.
The short way.
What do you say, Lanaya? Lanaya, what did you say? Oh, thought you stopped. Okay, good. Now we are on number 10.
Sorry, my background was noisy. That was a mistake.
Okay. This one is easy as well. We should be able to do this. We should know how to do this. Always be doing this question type things. This one says Bradley received $5,000 from his grandmother. He invested 3 over 4 of his money. How much did he invest? So we have 3 over 4. What are we gonna do it? 3 over 4.
3 over 4 multiplied by 5,000 over 1.
Very good. Multiply. Why multiplication? Because it says what? Of 3/4 of his money. Okay. So 3 over 4 multiplied by 5,000. Over what?
1.
For 1. So it's gonna be 3 multiplied by 5,000, which is what?
15,000.
15,000. Straightforwardly so. And 4 times 1
is 4.
Is 4. Now we have 15,000 in 4 into 15,000. That's gonna be How many times 4 goes into 15?
3 times 12 would be 12.
3 times, yes. 4 times 3 is 12. That's gonna be what? 5 minus 2 is 3. Right now on the 1. I mean, right now on the 0. How many times 4 goes into 30?
7 times?
7 times. 4 times 7 is
28.
30 minus 28 is what?
2.
2. Right now on the 0. 4 into 20 is
5 times.
5 times. 4 times 5 is
20.
20.
20 minus 20 is
0.
Right now on the 0. How many times 4 goes into 0? 0 times.
0 times.
0 minus 0 is
0.
So 0. So we have 3,750. Any questions on how we got that answer?
Hey, Mr. D.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just looking at something. They say, okay, probably see your 5,000 when we grandmother here, that's 3.4 this money. And then we get the total answer 3,750. Um, do they ever have a question where they want us to turn the answer into a fraction form?
Into a fraction form, what you mean?
Like okay, how 3.4 of the 5,000 is 3,750. Um, do they ever have us turn the 3,750 into 3 over 4, which is a fraction form?
I don't understand what you're trying to say. Would you mean, okay, you mean this one? Changing this to fraction?
Yeah, like changing it back into the 3 over 4.
I don't understand your question. You saying to change this to 3 over 4?
Yeah. Like okay. We're looking at the answer here, which is okay. The first calculation you do, 3 over 4 times 5,000, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then we get the answer, which is 3,750. Right?
Yeah.
But how you do all that breaking down to get 3,750? They ever had like a question where we have to turn that 3,750 back into 3 over 4?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so let's move on to the next question. All right. We could do this tonight, should we?
Now, Mr. Petit, spats, please.
We can do that tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. Say tomorrow. You have enough time. All right. Find the value of 2 and 3 over 4, 5 and 1 over 8, 3 and 1 over 2. All right, so these are questions that I really wanted to get to anyway, so I'm glad that we are doing them. So let's marshal through it. I think that the first thing we need to do is I would find the lowest common multiple between 4, 8, and 2. We should know that. What's the lowest common multiple of 4, 8, and 2?
4, 8. Oh, sorry, 8.
8. 8, yeah, 8. But just for good measure, let's do that. Find the lowest common multiple of 4, 8, and 2. So we have to list all the multiples of them and then find the lowest one. But it should be very obvious that it's definitely 8. So multiples of 4 is going to be 4, 8, 12, and 16. Multiples of 8 is 8, 16, 24, and so on, and so on. Multiples of 2 is going to be what? 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So the lowest common multiple, that's the lowest common multiple between them is 8. So we get that out of the way. So now we know the lowest common multiple is 8. That's what we have to work with. So we have 2 and 3 over 4 plus 5 and 1 over 8 minus 3 and 1 over 2. The first thing we're going to do is change all of them into mixed numbers. Improper fractions. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. The first one is going to be 11 over 4. Secondly, we have the next one. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 1 is 41 over 8 minus 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. That's going to be 7 over 2. It's going to be equal to all over what? 8, right? So how many times, so what times 4 gives you 8? It's going to be,
Mal knows his hand.
what times, whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So 11 times 2 is 22. Plus, what times 8 is 8? 1. It's going to be 41. Minus, what times 2 is 8? 4, right? So it's going to be 4 times 7, which is 28. So this, my friend, is going to be equal to 22 plus 41 is what?
63.
So 22 plus 41.
3.
2 plus 1 is
3.
3. 4 plus 2 is 3. And then so it's going to be 63 minus 28. Over 8. It's going to be equal to 63 minus 28.
35.
Cancel. This becomes 5. This becomes 1. All over. 13 minus 8 is what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5. How much you say? 5 minus 3 is
35.
yeah, 35 over 35 over 8. And you have to divide 8 and 35. How much times 8 goes into 35? That's what?
4 times.
8 times 4 is 32. It's going to be 35 minus 32, which is going to be what? 3. So the answer is 4 and 3 over 8. Okay, that's the answer for that. 4 and 3 over 8. The next part of the question says to write it as a decimal.
Excuse me, Smithy, you could go back so I could get a screenshot, please.
So the answer for this one is 4 and 3 over 8. But the next part says to change our answer to a decimal. So we have to take 4 and 3 over 8 and express it as a decimal. So we have 4 and 3 over 8. We have to express that as a decimal. This is going to be equal to 4 plus 3 over 8. It's going to be equal to 4 plus, what is 3 over 8 as a decimal? 3 over 8. Let's do that.
Over 75.
Not 75.
75 is 3 over 4.
Yeah, 75 is 3 over 4. So in order to change this into a decimal, we must do what? Divide it.
Right about 3.
That's 2.6.
2.6. Can't be 2.6. How much times 8 goes into 3? 0 times. 8 times 0 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. We place a what? Decimal point. How much time? And that decimal point gives us the permission to add an imaginary 0. How much times 8 goes into 30?
3 times.
3 times, yes. 8 times 3 is 24. How much times? Well, 30 minus 24 is what? 6. 2. We put the imaginary 0 again. How much times 8 goes into 60? 7 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Minus. This becomes 7. This becomes 10. So this what? Say 7. That becomes 5. we put 4 down, then we put an imaginary 0. How much times 8 goes into 40? 5 times. So it's gonna be 0.375. So that means that 3 over 8 is equal to 0.375. And so 3 over 8 is equal to 0.375. And so that means that 4 plus 0.375 is going to be what? 4 point 4.375. All right, so 4 and 3 over 8 is equal to 4 and 3. I mean 4.375 as a decimal. All right, that's not all for fractions, but it's a great way. How you feeling about fractions?
Horrible.
Horrible.
What? I hate them even more now.
Yeah, not too much.
Not too much. Please send in your notes.
Too much weight.
Send in all your notes. For fractions so far. Again, please send in all your notes for fractions. We're gonna do English after this, but please send in all of your notes for math class. Some people are sending their work, others I'm still waiting on you to send your work.
Last slide, please.
Say it again.
Can you go back to the last slide, please?
The last slide.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Look like we'll be on fractions. Shows. So tomorrow, maybe Monday. I hope not Monday, but maybe Monday. Maybe. All right. This one, take one you're on.
The previous one.
The previous one.
Thank you.
No problem. Please send in all the notes. Again, please send in all the notes. So we can have some of you to send it. All right, so we're doing English language. Still waiting on the notes. Still waiting on the notes from you, from many of you. So please send them.
Hello?
Hello, Amel.
You do that too.
Oh, sorry. I thought something was wrong with my phone because I noticed you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So let's begin with language. Have you all finished sending your your notes? Still waiting on some few more people. All right. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at. Let me begin with the slide. Let me know if you can see it. Good. Can y'all see it?
Yes, sir.
The last thing we did in English was what? The last thing we did.
Onomatopoeia.
No, it wasn't onomatopoeia.
I lied. The different types of imagery.
Very good. The different type of imagery. Alejandra, give me one of the types of imagery we talked about.
Tactile.
Very good. Here you go. Give me one of the different types of imagery we talked about.
Kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic, very good. Lanaya, are you there? Lanaya? No, she's in there. Caleb, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Friday.
Oh, you are there. Give me one of the types of imagery we talked about.
Olfactory imagery.
Oh, yeah.
Imagery.
Good. So that was imagery on yesterday. Not yesterday, I was on Monday. Today we're going to be looking at symbolism and allegory. Layers of meaning. Okay. Writers like to use this in their work. And even you, in order to make your story or your essay better, you can use symbolism and allegory. We're going to be talking about the differences between them as well. So please write the notes that are on the slide. The heading, symbolism and allegory, and then the upcoming notes. All right, so Danielle, are you there? Where's Danielle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Rikia, where's Rikia?
Yeah.
Can you read the slide, please?
A symbol is often an ordinary object, event, person, or animal to which we have attached meaning and significance.
Good. Rikia, how come I don't have your work for the day, your math work?
I sent it.
You sent it? Oh, okay. For some reason it's in the back. Okay, good. Thank you. So a symbol is write this down for me, please. I'll be holding you accountable for this notes as well. A symbol is an ordinary object, an event or person or animal, which we have attached meaning and significance. So for example, we have a heart. A heart is a symbol for what? Typically a symbol for love. Yeah, love, affection, and even colors too. Colors stand for something. Red is associated with love. White is a symbol. White is associated with freedom and surrender, right? And so we have different symbolisms, and those are things that we have that once you see them, your mind goes to a particular idea, right? So that's that. Let me know when you're finished. Write this down for me, please.
Sorry, Mr. T, I just realized I didn't get the heading.
The topic, symbolism,
Yeah.
and allegory. Layers of meaning. Okay, so move right along. So this one says rectangle flags of different colors and designs symbolize different countries. Can anyone recognize this symbol? This one is very easy.
USA,
USA, how about this symbol?
Mexico.
Mexico, you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
100%? Or you just guessing?
100%.
Okay, how you know that's Mexico?
Should have a eagle fly on it.
Okay, good. It's definitely Mexico for you. So this one is Mexico and this one is the United States of America. All right. We use a picture of a skull and crossbone to symbolize what?
Yeah.
You have to write this.
Yeah, write down this slide. Write down this slide. So we use skull and crossbones to symbolize a person to symbolize poison or danger. And roses symbolizes love and romance. So roses, chocolates, hearts, they symbolize love and romance. Okay. Where's Rashad? Rashad, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to get? I don't see your notes for the day for math.
I'm not finished.
You're not finished? Do you have them? Do you have screenshots of them so you could be able to write them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So red roses symbolizes love and romance, and skull and bone symbolizes death and poison.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Can you go back a slide, please?
sure, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on. So next question is, where do symbolism comes from? So, like, how do we know a symbol is associated with this idea? Okay, well, because we see it a lot. So write this down. It's like repeatedly seeing it causes the association. So symbols can be inherited or invented. The most familiar symbolisms have been inherited, meaning They have been handed down over time. Okay, so that's how we associated that with them. And plus, you kind of for some of them you kind of could understand the symbolism and understand the association. Because for example, if we have arrows symbolizes progress. It's going in a particular direction. It's pointing somewhere. Okay. Rain is a symbol of what? Sadness, right? Rain, it's pouring. When you cry, your eyes pour, right? Pour water the same way. So some of them are typically like you kind of see the natural correlation, even though it is inherited, but you can kind of see where it comes from as well. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so
Mr. Petit.
That too?
okay. Okay, you have just to write as well. Okay, can I move? Good. So for example, no one really knows who first thought of using a lion as a symbol of power and courage. But once these qualities were associated with the animal, images of lions appeared on flags, banners, coat of arms, castle, and walls. The lion became a public symbol that shows up in art and literature even today. So can you think of examples of how lions are used as a symbol of courage and power? Like we see lion all the time. On flags, and even people would, when people talk about their work ethic, they say, I'm a beast, right? I'm a lion, you know.
Yes.
Yes, write this down. So once we have the symbolism, then persons use it. And we see it all the time.
I can give an example.
Go ahead, give an example.
A lion is on the Spain flag and the Montenegro flag.
Okay.
And it represents like birth of like civilization or like courage and like the king of the jungle and like strength and ability.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's good. Good example. That's Alejandro, right?
Yes, sir.
Remember when I couldn't pronounce any of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me know when you're right. I'm finished with this. All right, so let's begin. So people throughout history have endowed ordinary objects with meanings far beyond their simple meaning. You don't have to write this down, but a crown symbolizes what? Royalty. Um, and 5 link rings.
Shot,
You don't have to write this.
can I take a
You can. And
of
5
the?
link of the previous one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can finish with that.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So the crown symbolizes royalty, dignity, honor, glory. And the 5 link symbols, and the 5 link symbol symbolizes the Olympics, right? Okay. So then we have invented symbols. Writers often, you don't have to write this down, but writers often take a new object, character, or even an event and make it the embodiment of some human concern. Some invented symbols in literature have become so widely known that they have gained status of public symbols. For example, Peter Pan is a symbol for eternal childhood. This is very good. This is so true. Peter Pan, he didn't want to grow up, right? He didn't want to grow old. And so the idea of Peter Pan is constantly referenced in stories, in speeches, and everyday life. And so when people say Peter Pan, they're talking about that state of where you want to stay a child forever. Okay, Peter Pan. They even have a song about it. I don't know if y'all ever heard that song.
Are we supposed to write this as well?
No, you don't write this down. Okay, why create symbols? You may ask why writers don't just come right out and say what they mean. Symbols allow, you could write this down. Why create symbols? Symbols allow writers to suggest layers and layers of meaning, possibilities that a simple literal statement could never convey. That's true. So, you ever heard the phrase, a picture is worth more than 1,000 words? It's the same thing. When you use a symbol, when authors use symbolism in their writing, they're able to convey even more than they're able to convey just by saying it outright. A symbol is like a petal that casts into a pond. It sends out ever-widening ripples of meaning. That's so true. Okay. Okay. Can I move it?
You have a rider?
Yes. Yep.
Also.
All right, next up. Okay, so you're not finished with that? Well, take a screenshot of it and write it down, please, because we have to move. I don't want to take forever on it. All right. So next question is, how do you know if it's a symbol? So we know if it's a symbol if it's repeated appearance, if it seemed to be connected with a character or event, or if the author spends a long time on its description. Okay. All right. So if, like I said before, if we have a repeated appearance and there's some connection between this symbol and the character or the event, or if the author spends a long time explaining this description, then we know it's a symbol that the author wants us to remember. Okay, can I move from the slide?
That's what I'm taking.
All right, so let's move.
I'm done.
That's good. So a dove is a symbol of what?
Like when somebody dying.
Dive, yeah. Anyone else? What dove is? Say it again.
It's not like a symbol of like ascending or peace.
Peace, yes.
Purity.
Purity, yes. Peace and purity, yes, for sure. You know what the symbol means?
Like
what?
People walking.
You could walk.
Pedestrian.
Yes, pedestrian could walk. This one means
Stop.
stop for sure. What means?
Thumb up.
Thumbs up. This could mean multiple things, right? This could mean I'm okay.
Or
Good job.
or light.
Right? Yeah, a light. Okay. All right. And what is this one?
Broken heart.
Well, this everything's supposed to be red, so it is a symbol of a heart, which is a symbol of love. How about this one?
Liberty.
What is the symbol of? What is this a symbol of?
New York.
It's the Statue of Liberty, but what is a symbol of?
Like when they give me freedom to that something.
Yeah. Freedom, liberty. This is a common symbol for it. Okay. Now we're gonna look at the differences between symbolism and allegory. Jennifer, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the slide for me, please?
A symbol is a word, place, character, or object that means something beyond what it is on a literal level.
Mm-hmm.
An
Allegory.
allegory allegory involves using many interconnected symbols or
Allegorical.
allegorical yes allegorical figures
Allegorical
in such
figure.
as way that okay allegorical figures in such as way that in nearly every element of the narrative has a meaning beyond the literal level, i.e., everything in the narrative is a symbol that relates to other symbols within the story.
Good.
We gotta write this though.
Yes, for sure. So
Okay.
looking at the differences between allegory and a symbol. So a symbol is just a word or place or character or object that means something beyond the literal level. So the rose, the flowers, the dove, the raven, the rainbow, the light, right? All of those are different symbols, right? But an allegory basically is a extension of symbolism. So it uses multiple symbols, all right, at once. That's the difference between um, allegory and symbolism.
And we had to write this right.
Yes, definitely. So when we talk about allegories, there are different types of allegories. So we have like a fable. A fable is a type of allegory that uses what animals teach a to teach us a lesson, right? To teach a moral lesson. So like Berkey and Barabi, right? That is an allegory because in that we have animals and characters and stuff like that. But all of them is just to teach an overall what? Meaning and or overall lesson, right? An overall moral injunction, right? So, but a symbolism is one local thing, maybe a picture, a word, an event. But an allegory, we have the whole story is basically a web of interconnected symbols. Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Petit, you know that you're muted, right?
Mr. Petit, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
So,
Okay, so an allegory, so the difference between allegory and symbolism, like we said, symbols, typically speaking, we're talking about one symbol with an explanation. Allegory is, write this down, please. This is the second one. It's a whole story in which the characters, settings, and actions stand for something beyond themselves, right? So you could read allegory in two ways. You could read it the literal way, and you could read it in the abstract way with the moral meaning, right? So the whole story in allegory, the whole story itself is like a symbolism. It has interconnected symbolisms in between it. So different things stand for different things. So in some types of allegory, the characters, the setting, represent abstract ideas of moral qualities. In other types, characters and situations stand for historical figures and events. Okay, so that's an allegory. Okay, write this down, please. So there are different allegories. We have the Chronicles of Narnia. That's actually allegory. Anyone familiar with that?
Yeah, I watched it in summer camp.
Okay, you watched it in summer camp. Did you enjoy it?
I don't remember much, but it was interesting.
It was interesting. Okay. All right. That is actually a representation of, Jesus, because the lion's supposed to represent Jesus, because the lion died and then was resurrected. So it was supposed to be an allegory representing what Christ did. But in a but in a but written as a story. Do you know who wrote that? C.S. Lewis. He was responsible for that allegory. Very, very what should I say? Very prominent Protestant, or very prominent religious figure, C.S. Lewis. Then we have the Pilgrim's Progress as an allegory. Lord of the Flies, another allegory. Zootopia. Anyone ever watched Zootopia? It's an allegory. Yeah, that's an allegory. So it's a whole thing where the whole thing represents Lord of the Flies, also allegory. So where the whole thing represents has some symbols in it, okay? So it has a hidden meaning. So you teach, so anyone familiar with Aesop's fables? Aesop's fables, anyone familiar with those? Anyone familiar with Aesop's fables? No?
No, sir.
No, okay. Those are different allegories. They are, if you're sure you're familiar with Buki and Barabi, those are examples of allegories. Anyone familiar with Buki and Barabi?
I used to love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's allegories. Each of them have a particular meaning. So it's basically teaching life using an allegory, using a story to teach a moral lesson. Okay. Okay, you don't have to write this down.
I'm not done.
Okay. Rashad, now you gotta take a screenshot. You know how to do it. You know I'm gonna move it. Take a screenshot of it, please. Okay, so an allegory can be read on one level for its literal and straightforward meaning, and on a second level for its symbolic or allegorical meaning. Allegories are often intended to teach a moral lesson, right? Or to make a comment about goodness and vice. Okay, so that's what we use allegories for. Okay. All right, I think that's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give a list of certain things, and I want you to write it. This is going to be sort of like a list of different, not allegories, but symbols and their meanings. Okay. So let me change the design of this thing. I need something that is long. So no, we can't use this definitely not. Let's use this. Okay, so examples of symbolism. So we have a raven. What does a raven represent typically? Say it again.
Something haunted.
Haunted, yes. So death and disaster. Because remember, ravens feed on the flesh of their things, right?
Yeah.
So death or disaster. So it could actually use to foreshadow something that is going to happen bad. Okay. Let me have a next type of bird, the dove. A dove represent what? Grace,
Purity.
divinity, purity, right? And peace. Good. Then we have the butterfly. What does the butterfly symbolize? butterfly. Hello.
Maybe like freedom or like joy.
Joy, freedom. How about transformation?
Joy.
Transformation. Remember the butterfly?
Rebirth.
Remember the butterfly? She moves it before it turns a butterfly. It was in the cocoon, right? And then it changes to the caterpillar, and then it was caterpillar, then cocoon, then butterfly. So it's like a metamorphosis, progress, transformation. That's butterfly. Then we have the cross. The cross is a symbol of what?
When Jesus died?
Yeah. So it has some spiritual significance. Spirituality.
Protection.
Yeah, some people use it for protection too. Wisdom, higher power, grace, those stuff. How about water? Water is a symbol of what?
Drinking.
I know you use water to drink, but what?
Blessings.
It's cleansing. Cleansing. Because water is used a lot for cleansing. How about refreshment? So refreshment and birth, fertility, those sort of stuff. Life, vigor and stuff. Then we have the owl. What's the owl a symbol of?
Homeland.
Owl's wisdom, intelligence. And then we have obviously the rose. What's a rose a symbol of?
Romance.
Romance, love. And we have fire. Fire is a symbol of what?
Heat.
Heat, anger. What else?
Anointing.
Pearsoning.
Punishment.
Anointing.
Punishment.
Pearsoning.
Yes.
Destruction. And ironically, new birth. Fire could symbolize this new birth as well. Anyone familiar with Phoenix? Like the birth of Phoenix?
Isn't Phoenix?
You mean the bird on fire?
Yeah, Phoenix. So, Phoenix bird. It's a mythical creature.
Only Phoenix I know it's Phoenix done. That's all I know.
Yeah, Phoenix. This is Phoenix. So, sort of majestic looking. But this is a symbol of regeneration, right? Constant regeneration. Right, this is Phoenix. Where did Phoenix come from? Which movie did Phoenix come from?
I need the movie like a horror.
Demonstration. I don't remember where Phoenix come from.
Where
Wow.
does Celebrity movies you watch from Phoenix come from?
Wow. Give me an example. Come from
Ashes of Love.
Mulan. Arrows represents what? Ambition. Direction. Right. Speed and desire for progress. And we have rain or storms. It's a symbol of what? Sadness, you know, melancholy. It's also used as a sign of washing away, destruction as well. We have the crescent, like the crescent moon. The crescent is a sign of what? New beginnings and dreams becoming reality. Anyone familiar with where the crescent come from? That is associated with dreams becoming reality. Something that all of us have seen before. You know, Disney, the Disney symbol. Disney symbol. Where's the crescent? The crescent that usually be somewhere. I know they have a castle, but they usually have a crescent. Okay, let me put Disney crescent. I'm sure they have a crescent. Disney crescent moon. Yeah, the crescent moon. Symbol of dreams becoming reality. Aladdin. Okay. Even here, there's a moon again. Dreams becoming reality. That's why the moon is there. Love, romance, all that stuff. Okay. And then stars. Stars associated with what? Magic, inspiration. What else? Direction, as in the Star of Bethlehem. Oh, light. We need light. Light is a symbol of what? Purity, goodness, clarity, and enlightenment. Okay, good.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
Would Medusa be a symbolism as well?
Who?
Medusa.
Who's Medusa? What it is?
Mr. Petit.
Yes.
From Greek mythology, the woman who I think her eyes didn't
Her
move
hair,
and
her
stuff.
hair is made of
Snakes,
snake.
her hair and stuff.
Oh, child. Yes, for sure. Oh. Okay. Yes, she is. Okay. I can't even look at her properly. She's very, oh, okay.
And if you look at her eyes, you would turn like the dust.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Medusa. This thing is dark. All right. All right. Please send in the language notes. That's the end of language. Please send in the language notes. Alejandro, what does a raven represent?
Death and disaster.
Very good, death and disaster. Shea, what does a dove represent?
Grace, divinity, purity, and peace.
Good. Caleb, what does a butterfly represent? Caleb,
Yes, sir.
what does the butterfly represent?
Butterfly is it represents transformation.
Good. Why you took so long to answer?
I had done mute my mic. I was radio.
Okay. Did you send in the math notes?
No, sir. My mommy and home right now. I have to send them tomorrow because by the time she get home, I can done be sleeping.
Do you have them written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Danielle,
Yes, sir.
what is the cross a symbol of?
The cross is a symbol of wisdom, high power, and grace.
Do you have your math notes written?
Yes, sir.
I only see two. We had a bunch written today. How come you only have
Oh,
two?
what do you mean? Oh,
But
I was in I was in here for a part of the class.
so how about the one from yesterday?
Oh yeah, I can send them now.
Send them, please.
Yes, sir.
And when I send this recording and the notes for the day, please have them written.
Yes,
Danielle.
sir. Yes, sir.
Frank Pong, what is water a symbol of?
Pardon me?
What is water a symbol of?
Cleaning, refreshment, good, life.
Garanick, are you there? Garanick Francis.
Excuse me.
Yes.
May I be excused?
Yes, we can. Jennifer Allen.
Yes, sir.
What is an owl a symbol of?
Wisdom.
Say it again. Go ahead, Jennifer. What is an owl a symbol of?
Wisdom. Arrow or owl?
Owl.
Wisdom and intelligence.
Very good. Wisdom and intelligence. And Garanick, I need you to send in your notes. You never send in your notes. Where's Garanick? You always just say okay. Always just say okay, but I never get them. Garanick, I need your notes, please. The last notes I have for you is from March 13th. All right, I need your notes. Kevin, where's Kevin? Did you send in your notes? Okay. All right. Anaya, what's Anaya? Lanaya. Lanaya, are you there? Okay, can't have from Lanaya. Michael? Michael Miller?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lanaya. Why can't I have from you when I call your name?
I was washing my hands. I had to get up really quick.
Okay. What is the rose a symbol of?
Romance.
Okay, good. Serenity?
Yes, sir. Pardon me? Oh, sorry.
Serenity.
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes for the day?
Yes, sir.
How about for yesterday?
No.
Please send in them as well.
Okay.
Stacy?
Yes, sir.
What is a crescent a symbol of?
New beginnings, dreams become a reality.
Yes. Did you send in your English notes yet?
No, sir, I'll settle.
Okay. And um, Vashante,
Yes, sir.
what is star as a symbol of?
Magic, inspiration, direction.
Very good. Vashante, where's your notes from yesterday? One moment, Frank. Where's your note? Where's the notes from yesterday for Vashante?
Which one you mean?
I mean the one from Monday and Tuesday. I only have your notes from today, but I don't have it from Monday and Tuesday.
My mommy sent notes yesterday and Monday.
Okay. Oh, I see them. Okay, good. And okay, that brings us to the end of English class. It's 9:04, so our time is far spent. Our time is far spent. So I'll see you on tomorrow for day 4. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.